Unlike the free and clears, the pay extras did not have enough money to pay off their home up front, so they chose a shorter loan period and make extra principal payments to pay it off early. Why did the pay extras choose a 15-year mortgage? Survey says the interest they think they will save. Key word, think. The perception is the shorter the loan, the lower the cost. But if that was true, then paying cash would make the most sense. We already looked at paying cash and found the free and clears would have to sell their home in 30 years for $3,280,719. Will that be possible? The pay extras may be surprised to learn that once they get their 15-year note paid off and start investing the 15-year payment amount, they will end up with the same amount they would have had they invested the difference between the 15 and 30-year monthly mortgage payments for 30 years. This assumes the same interest rate and tax bracket. Key concept: there's more risk involved to earn a given rate of return over a 15-year period than a 30-year period. Perhaps one of the most overlooked aspects affecting mortgage decisions is the mortgage interest deduction. Let's see how that impacts our couples. Since the free and clears have no mortgage, they receive no deductions. However, with no mortgage payment, they have plenty of money to maximize their contribution to a qualified retirement account at work, like a 401k. When asked what was the main reason for their contribution to this account, they said tax deductions. By contributing to their retirement plan, they deferred a tax to potentially pay it at a higher bracket later, but they also gave up their known mortgage interest deduction today. The pay extras received some deductions but unknowingly reduced their tax advantage with every extra principal payment they made. The owe-it-alls kept their money in a safe investment. Although their mortgage rate was 6%, they only had to earn 4.5% after their tax deductions to cover their mortgage payments to the bank, giving them control of their money. They maximized both their qualified plan deductions as well as their mortgage interest deductions. They chose to make a mortgage payment knowing that if things ever got tight, they could always count on access to their money. You have heard several things that perhaps have challenged your thinking on this subject of a mortgage, and as you can see, there is a lot to know. As we said earlier, we believe you should have your home paid for. That said, this does not mean that one should not have a mortgage. What it means is that you need to have an account with more money than you owe. If you have a mortgage of $300,000 and you have $300,000 in a safe account, your house is free and clear. The big question is not, should you have your house paid for? We agree you should. The question is really, who is going to control your money, you or the bank? Having your home paid for is a safe financial position, but it may not be as safe as you once thought, or it could be. There is a form you need to become familiar with called a 1003B form, which is the Uniform Residential Mortgage Application. It is 5 pages long and is designed for the lending institutions to determine if you qualify for a mortgage loan. Once you put your money in your home through down payments or extra payments, you now must qualify to get it back. How does the thought of having to qualify to access your money sound? So what would happen in the event of a disability to our couples? The free and clears must complete these 5 pages if they would like to access any of their money. In the event of a disability, what will the bank say? We're sorry, but we will not be able to honor your request. In fact, disability is the #1 reason people lose their homes in America. Tragic. The pay extras would also be required to complete the 1003B form for the bank. Once again, the bank will say, we're sorry, but we will not be able to honor your request. And although they have been making extra payments in previous months, they will still be required to make their payment next month to avoid foreclosure. Does that sound like a safe position to you? The owe-it-alls, on the other hand, have complete control and access to their money, so they will not have to qualify to get it back. What would happen if our couples lost their jobs? It would seem that if there was ever a time when one would need access to their money, it would be when they lose a job. The free and clears must again fill out the form, and the bank will most likely say no. The response will be, when you get another job, call us. The pay extras want to get some of the extra money they have put in the house while they look for a new job. But, once again, the bank will most likely say no. What's worse, if they move to a new line of work, it may take 2 years before the bank will give them a decent look. The owe-it-alls are still earning interest on their money, and they have access to the account to withdraw what they need until they can get back on their feet with no questions asked. What happens if mortgage interest rates increase and the couples need their money for a new car, medical emergency, or college education? The free and clears may be forced to refinance at a higher rate today than the rate they could have secured earlier. The pay extras are in the same boat as the free and clears. The owe-it-alls have complete access to their money and are not affected by rate increases. What would happen to the couples if mortgage interest rates go down? The free and clears will not even notice. The pay extras may refinance, ending up paying more closing costs just to pay off their existing loan quicker, giving the bank even more control of their money. The owe-it-alls may want to refinance to reduce their present payments, giving them more control and greater opportunities with even less risk. Let's review our quiz one more time. True or false? A large down payment will save you more money on your mortgage over time than a small down payment. A 15-year mortgage will save more money over time than a 30-year mortgage. Making extra principal payments saves you money. The interest rate is the main factor in determining the cost of a mortgage. You are more secure having your home paid off than financed 100%. The answers are all false. Why? Because during this video, we've learned that compared to the other couples, the owe-it-alls are least affected by the impact of inflation, lose the least amount of money from down payments that earn zero interest, have more investment opportunities than the other couples, achieve the greatest return on the money they pay for their home, obtain the same appreciation on their home as the other couples, are able to maximize interest rate spread, experience the least amount of loss from extra principal payments, receive the most tax deductions of any of the couples, maintain control of their money in the event of a disability, can still access their money in the event of unemployment, may be able to benefit from interest rate increases, and have the most opportunity to benefit from interest rate decreases. Granted, there is a lot to know about your mortgage, and this video is certainly not an exhaustive overview. What you don't know may be more important than what you do know. If your thinking was challenged about this subject, you should spend some time with the person who gave you this video and look at your specific situation using your numbers. It is possible that more money will go through your mortgage than any other area in your financial life, including your retirement plan. Isn't it time you gain control of this important area of your financial life?